Burke's on his feet. He looks up and gives me a grin and says,
"Hey dude, you too must be from Marin."
Marin County's A-OK, from Tampa, Stinson, all the way to MA. Fresh organic veggies in the market every day. The Dennis, Dylan, and W.
Welcome to the Run TMC Podcast. That is the Run the Marin County podcast about basketball in Marin County and beyond. This is Season 2, Episode 27, and I'm Duffy Ballard. With me, as always, the scintillating and resilient Coach David Levine. Good morning, Dave.
Those are great vocab words, Duffy, and right off the cuff. Those were born authentic words.
Not rehearsed at all, no.
No. Duffy and I were discussing some new vocab words as opposed to, great and cool. But resilience is topical because we were discussing in our morning texts before this episode just some incredible comebacks in pro sports of late, including Duff. Did you see the Alcaraz Sinner French Open final yesterday?
I did not watch it, Dave, but I did not watch all 5.5 hours of it, but I did read all about it, and I read a bunch of the quotes from Alcaraz afterwards about his self-talk and how his self-talk just wouldn't let him lose.
Yeah, I was texting with a few folks, including our friend and recent guest, Charles Hovler, who obviously has NIL opinions. Many people love that episode, but Charles, fantastic tennis player, 4-time NCAA champion. And we were texting with him, Josh Green, Chris Green, some friends of the pod. And Sinner was just rolling Alcaraz in that first two sets, right? He's looks unbeatable. Seems like this is going to be just light work for Sinner. And then, a couple hours later, we realized 5.5 hour match, the longest final in French Open history, one of the greatest matches in the history of tennis. And Alcaraz was down, Duff, 5-3 in the third set. So he lost the first two sets. He's down 5-3, and he's down. And
Sinner just needs to win 6, right? That's right, Dave?
You win 6 games, yes. He's down love 40. So he literally is 1 point away from losing the championship. Sinner has 3 chances to win the championship. Alcaraz fights back, wins that game. So now it's 5-4. Alcaraz comes back to somehow win the third set. Now it's 2-1. And then he wins the fourth set, wins fifth set, and just miraculous comeback. Actually, you know what? I think I was wrong. He was down 5-3 in the fourth set. So it was 2-1. And then it was the fourth set, I'm sorry. But still, he came back from 3 championship points, did not give up, took it 1 point at a time, wins the fourth set, and then wins the fifth set in a tiebreaker. Just an incredible example of don't give up and just focus on the next play. You can't change what just happened. And it was really remarkable. And then in addition to that, Duff, we've got a great example from basketball, which is the Indiana Pacers under Rick Carlisle. 5 comebacks this playoffs where they've been down by 15 points or more.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, I think it's cliche, Dave, next play mentality or one play at a time. If you're 2 points at a time, 3 points at a time in basketball, if you're trying to make a comeback, but it really is the mentality you have to have, because if you start to think about, oh, well, we got to hit a 3-pointer and we got to get a stop, and then we got to hit another 3-pointer, get another stop, and start to think that way, you're not going to get that 3-pointer that time down the floor, and then you're going to be, down 18 rather than 15, and then, eventually mentally you're just going to give in. But I think also with the Pacers, part of their ability to come back is just mathematical and style of play, because they're all about, pace. A lot of 3-pointers, a lot of good shooting, a lot of good 3-point shooters. And so I think it's a little easier to talk about comebacks when mathematically, if you're shooting not that well in the first half, that, progression to the mean, you probably are going to shoot better in the second half. Yes, the Warriors are like that too, especially, the last generation with Steph and Clay, where, usually you weren't that concerned if they were down like 15 in the third quarter. So, but anyway, the mentality still has to be there. You still have to, play it, one play at a time, get a stop. Next time down, get a good shot. You can't afford to have any slips in attention or fitness or just being a bulldog out there.
It also helps to have a guy like Halliburton who, regardless of how he's playing that game, just steps up and makes huge shots at the end of games. I mean, that game 1 against OKC, Halliburton was not having a very good game. I think he only had 12 points going into that last sequence. And then, they get a stop and he hits a game winner mid-range, 18-footer or so. So totally agree with you that the pace that they play at helps. They obviously play great lockdown defense. And then you have a guy like that who can step up and just make big shots and is not afraid of the moment.
Yeah, game 2 was last night, and I was kind of half watching because it was, blowout early on, but you kind of had to pay attention because you've seen the Pacers do it so many times in the playoffs, and, the Knicks as well, multiple teams in these playoffs, including OKC in the first round, where they're down huge, and then there's a comeback. With this game, game 2 at home, OKC needs it. It kind of felt like one of those that was not going to be a comeback game, and indeed, it ended up being 16-point win for the Thunder.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing with these playoffs. I had I was in the same boat. I was tracking the game, doing a variety of other things, but normally when you see they're down 20, okay, it's over. Like nope, not anymore.
Yep.
And particularly, we've talked about this before. In the NBA overall, no lead really is safe. I mean, you've seen teams come back down 25 or more just because of the nature of the game these days, with the ability to make threes. So, kids, don't give up. Keep playing. Focus on the next possession.
Indeed. Dave, question for you.
Yes.
What time is it?
Duffy, is it sponsor time?
It is sponsor time. We want to acknowledge our headline, our platinum sponsor, Encore Custom. Encore is a sportswear design house and manufacturer of customized team uniforms, training, and lifestyle apparel. Their United States headquarters are located right here in Marin County with a shop and showroom in downtown 4th Street, San Rafael. You'll see their uniforms on some of the top basketball programs in the area, such as 24/8, in addition to all team sports, gyms, yoga studios, schools, and corporate apparel. Even our very own Run TMC branded apparel. The pop-up store closed last week. Dave, we got great interest from that. The orders are processing and will be delivered, I think, early July or early mid-July. So thank you for everyone who visited the pop-up store, and thank you to Encore Custom for being our platinum sponsor.
Yep. Shout out Neil Butterfield. We love you, Neil. Thank you for your support, and thanks to our fans who went and picked up some shirts. That was the feedback was awesome. Response was awesome, and will be fun to see some Run TMC shirts around the county and beyond. We actually got some orders, Duff, from the East Coast. It was pretty cool.
That is amazing. Yeah. We're taking things over one t-shirt at a time. Dave.
That's right. We're coming back one t-shirt at a time.
The county will take over the world. Run TMC Nation.
Indeed. Duffy, can I do my glossary?
Oh, I thought you'd never ask.
Okay. I have a glossary term. This is a new term. I didn't make this up, but I saw it recently and I liked it, so I wanted to share it. This is not a technical term, Duffy. This is a internet social media meme that has arisen in recent weeks. Duffy, do you know who Angel Reese is?
Angel Reese is a candy manufacturer.
Sounds like
no, of course I do. Of course I know Angel Reese.
Angel Reese.
Excellent basketball player. A little flashy, a little controversial, perhaps.
Excellent basketball player. So Angel Reese, obviously LSU star, now playing in the WNBA for Chicago Sky. Duffy, Angel Reese has a lot of rebounds. However, it has been observed that Angel Reese has a lot of rebounds because Angel Reese misses a lot of shots and gets her own rebound. Duffy, the term is me-bound.
Me-bound. Oh, that's beautiful.
A me-bound is a rebound of your own shot. And somebody on Twitter came up with this when they were watching a Chicago Sky game and realized that Angel Reese has 12 rebounds, but it's because she missed 9 layups and got her own rebound.
That's great.
I like that one.
Who are some of the other me-bound players, both contemporary and historical, that we might think of? Maybe Bill Laimbeer. Was he a me-bound guy?
I mean, yeah, I think so. I don't know. I hate to speak disparagingly of one of my favorite players, but Kevon Looney has been known to miss a few bunnies.
He's a me-bound, and then he's kicking it back out. Like, he's usually not going back up. So he's like a one and done rebound. Yeah, I don't see him go back up very often because he knows where the bread is buttered, and that's like kicking the ball back out to the 3-point. That's one of the things I love about him as a rebounder. Like, he keeps it high, he's strong, and then he immediately is pivoting and making a bullet pass to the perimeter. Love to play with guys like that, Dave. You can play with me anytime.
Me as well. I love Loon, but anyway, I just thought that was a funny term. And by the way, Angel Reese is a phenomenal player. She's great. This is,
it's not just her. A good friend of the podcast, Tom Poser, just had a birthday last week. I have seen him play me-bound before.
Yeah.
Fair.
It's something that often larger post players have this issue. They're getting mauled. Angel Reese gets fouled a lot. Obviously, she gets annoyed by that. But anyway, so there you go, folks. Me-bound, new term.
Yeah, it's also a great way to, if you're playing one-on-one versus like a shorter player, it's a good way to win. Just throw the ball up the board, go get it. There's not a lot they can do. I'll be honest, Dave, that's how I beat my brother one-on-one for years. When he was like 8 inches shorter than me, I just threw it off the backboard.
Honestly, I'm just thinking about this now. Somebody who has used the me-bound really almost as a strategic strategy. Strategic strategy. Wow.
Yeah, nice. Get some coffee, Dave.
Is our friend TT Carr.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We were talking to Kevin Vasquez about this. Like, one of the most effective offenses for Redwood this past season is TT penetrate, kind of throw it up off the backboard, maybe not even care if he makes the shot, gets his own rebound because he's so springy, and then he gets a nice. So it can be a strategic thing in addition to being a, oh, you missed a shot, get your own rebound.
Yeah. Well, TT, best offensive rebounder in the MCAL last year. Our strategy had been to try and face guard him when he came in, but that's hard to do, against a guard, especially if the guard is shooting. Well, maybe a little easier actually if they're shooting. But anyway, he's just so explosive, and his timing's so good coming in for offensive rebounds from the perimeter, and he can jump out of the gym. Really hard to stop players like that on the offensive boards.
Yeah, exactly. And then there's this nature of, okay, you're playing hard defense on somebody, takes maybe a bad off balance shot. You think, oh, cool, work is done. But no, you got to box them out. So anyway, let's move on. I do want to, though, add on to this, since we're talking about the WNBA. I want to give a shout out to the Valkyries. The Valkyries are playing some great basketball. They're only 3-5, but they just had a great win this past weekend against the defending champs, the Las Vegas Aces. And on national TV, they won by 30. Ballholla, as they call it, at Chase Center when the Valkyries are playing, was rocking. The energy is great. I haven't been to a game yet, but I've talked to a number of people who have gone. They said the games are really fun. And it's really cool that the WNBA is expanding, as we've talked about. And I'm thrilled that Golden State has a franchise and the team is actually really good. Natalie Nakase is doing a great job as the head coach. She was a UCLA player, played in the WNBA herself. I remember watching her play. So go check out the Valkyries, particularly our young women listening, girls. Go watch the Valkyries. They're really fun to watch.
Yeah, that's super exciting. It's great to see how the sport has become one that has, a panache around it, right? It really is like kind of a cool sport now, whereas before, like 10 years ago or so, it was, there were fans, but there was a lot of like looking sideways at the league, and now not anymore. So amazing. Great work, WNBA.
Absolutely. All right, Duff, should we get into our interview here with Will Bullard?
Yeah. So Yeah, we'll talk just a little bit about the interview with Bullard. The theme of this was the making of a Harlem Globetrotter, and Will sat down with us, and it was just a really cool conversation, as well as an amazing story from him coming from the foster care system in Detroit, going from one high school to the next, not even having the confidence, and that's not so just not having the security of knowing where he was going to be to try out for the high school team, because he was fairly certain he'd be moving to another school district within the school year, and then to come out of that and become an all-American college player, and then eventually go to play for the Harlem Globetrotters for about a decade. Just an amazing story, and Will just a great storyteller. And I'd never met the guy before, but just seems like an amazing human being.
Yeah, it was an honor to speak with Will. Agree with everything you said, and I'll let you guys should just listen to the interview. But I will add that Will is a high school coach himself. He coaches the girls varsity at St. Vincent de Paul up in the North Bay. He lives up in Petaluma. He's a skills trainer. We'll put in the show notes ways that you can find him. www.willbullard.com is a good place to start. But just a fascinating story, and different from a lot of the interviews we've had. A lot of the people we talked to, whether they were great players, coaches, had influential figures in their life when they were younger that taught them how to play the game of basketball. And we love asking questions about, okay, who were your first coaches, and how did you first, learn the game, and who taught you? And Will, as it comes out in the interview, just like you said, I mean, he taught himself, right? I mean, he was bouncing around, and so he kind of needed to just figure it out himself. And the guy just loves the game, plays with joy, and there you go. That's how he becomes a Harlem Globetrotter, which is just, if you think about the Harlem Globetrotters, it's just all it is fun and celebrating basketball globally. And the fact that he was able to play with the Globetrotters for over a decade and be an ambassador of the game. And, we talk about how many stamps he has on his passport. I won't say it now. You get that in the interview, but he's been all over the world sharing the game of basketball. So really cool story. Thank you to Michael Pritchard, our former guest and friend, who had the idea, said, you guys got to talk to Will Bullard. He's got an amazing story. Will is also an NBBA coach. Rick Winter had said that Will is fantastic and we should talk to him. So we were really thrilled to have Bull, and I hope everybody enjoys it.
Yeah, we'll also put a couple links in the show notes. We talk about it briefly in the interview, but it's pretty amazing some of the trick shots that he made for the Globetrotters, including out of a helicopter 110 feet above a pier at Wildwood Beach. I believe that's in New Jersey. And so he was the guy they would go to for trick shots. And he's also one of those guys they'd go to at the opening circle where they're doing their tricks. And he speaks a little bit about how much pressure there was in that, which is sort of unlike another form of basketball, because the Globetrotters are a performance, and like other performances, like you only have one shot, and if you screw it up, you might be out of the rotation. Whereas Steph Curry can dribble the ball off his leg 4 times in the first quarter, but then catch fire in the third, and no one even remembers that first quarter. But sort of a different type of preparation where you got to get it right. Now, when you're shooting the ball, out of a helicopter, you get more than one chance, and it took him quite a few, but he made it. There's a link out there, 200,000 views. So just one of those guys just kind of became fearless, I think in part because of his upbringing, and to make it, he had to be fearless.
Absolutely. And then, incredible stories of, being like on a bungee, like he's got some crazy trick. And then finally, we addressed this in the interview, but he's dealt with some health challenges of late. He has cancer. He's fought it, doing well. He looked great. So just a guy overcome adversity seemingly through every step of his life, and emerged stronger, better, and just keeps this energy and optimism. So I think a really fun, inspirational discussion. Please enjoy our chat with Will Bullard and support him. And then Duff, we've got at least 2 more great episodes coming up here for the next couple of weeks. Some fun interviews that we've done as we kind of near the end of season 2.
Yeah, we nerded out with Chris Oliver last week, Dave. Chris Oliver is the host of the basketball podcast as well as the website and training program, Basketball Immersion. And Dave and I are both big fans of his podcast, have learned a lot from it. He is probably the nerdiest basketball podcaster that is out there. And so we really enjoyed, getting into the deep end of basketball nerddom with Chris. A great guy. And so we're psyched to get that episode out there. And then we have Brian Murphy lined up for a couple weeks from now to sit down with Murph and just talk Bay Area sports and go wherever the conversation takes us. But we're looking forward to those two. And maybe one more before we close out season 2 of the Run TMC podcast, brought to you by Encore Custom.
I'm just glad that in our Chris Oliver discussion, I didn't drop the phrase strategic strategy.
Yes. And I'm just glad that I didn't mention a competing podcast in that interview with Chris. Well, I might have done that actually, Dave, but we're going to edit that out. So I don't even have to do player control on that.
That's right. Edit what out?
Right. Exactly.
All right. Let's get to Bullard. Thanks, Duff. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Yep. Here we go. Enjoy the interview.
All right.
Let's do it.
I think we're going. Say something, Will.
Check.
Beautiful.
Check.
Duffy.
Good morning, Dave.
Wow. That was kind of
Did I
condescending.
spike? Did
Yeah.
I spike on that?
You spiked a little bit. All right. Will Bullard. Thanks for being here, man.
No problem. Thank you guys for having me.
Appreciate you.
No problem.
We're very honored to have Will Bullard with us. Will has an amazing life story, basketball story. We're going to get all into it, but I'll do a quick background on you, Will, and then just jump in and correct me if I'm wrong. So grew up in Detroit.
Yes, sir. Just Detroit, Michigan.
Okay. Pistons fan.
Yeah. Now
It's getting better.
It's getting better. It might come back around. Not sure yet. But yeah.
Couple dark years, but Cade has made it a little bit of a
Yeah.
change. You got Oscar Thompson. They're pretty good. We'll come back to your early days because you grew up in a tough environment, but you emerged from it. You played college ball at Marygrove first, right? Then Richland College in Dallas. Where's Marygrove?
Detroit.
Okay, so
Yep. Detroit.
local. Then Richland College in Dallas.
Yeah.
And then you finished up at Texas A&M Corpus Christi.
Yep.
And then Duffy, this guy played for the Harlem Globetrotters. If you had told young Dave that I would sit down with a Harlem Globetrotter, I would have told you were full of it. Yes, Duffy.
I have a confession. I cannot spin the basketball on my finger. So I probably was never going to make the first cut. No way.
I know a guy who can help you with that. He's sitting right here. So, Will, did you go straight from college to the Globetrotters, or?
I did. It was a weird transition for me because after my junior year, I was kicked off the team, and it wasn't nothing negative. It was just kicked off the team because coach told me he had 7 freshmen coming in that was probably going to play over me because they had 7 seniors.
Yeah.
And he said, you can ride the bench or you can go back home to Detroit. I said, if I go back home to Detroit, I can die, right? Because of my environment that I live in. He was like, that's not my problem. I said, well, send me back home then. Send me back home. So he sent me home and really got focused on my academics, man. And once I deep dove into that, God made one of my teammates call me back down to Corpus and said, hey, Errol got fired. Let's go ahead and try to get you back down here. I said, no, I'm not coming back. That was very detrimental for my mental health. I'm All-American. I'm all-conference. And then I get to this school, and then you guys say that you don't need me and you send me back home. So I've been working my ass off for all these years to get this full ride scholarship. And then you guys just pull it from me because you assume somebody's better than me. So I went back home, ended up getting the one-way ticket back to Corpus Christi. I was a role player my senior year, ended up getting into the college slam dunk contest 2008, and came in second place behind Sonny Weems, who was at Arkansas.
Yeah.
And then after that, New York Jets called me for a football tryout, and I made it to the rookie camp, but I never played football before. And I'm like, why am I here? Give this opportunity and this chance to somebody who's been spending their whole life for it. So I told the wide receiver coach, not a football player, give this opportunity to somebody else, man.
Yeah. So they saw you in like the slam dunk contest?
Yeah.
They saw you're an athlete?
They saw me in a slam dunk contest. When you're a kid, got like a 46, 47-inch vertical, you're going to be like, damn, let me get him in here real quick to see what he can do. I didn't know nothing about routes and lines or anything.
Sure.
Caught every pass, but after that, went back home because I had moved up to Seattle after my junior year of school. my senior year, of school. And then was up there working at a temporary job. And then Globetrotters called me. And it was history ever since, man. So,
Amazing.
you know.
All right, we're gonna get into the Globetrotters. Duff, did you have something you wanted to ask?
Well, I didn't know the dunk contest piece of this, or if I did, I had forgotten it. Can you take us through what it's like to be in a dunk contest, and maybe, what dunks you settled on for the contest?
Take a step back. Can you take me through what it's like to dunk? Just kidding. Go ahead, Will. Sorry.
Yeah, that's a lot of work to dunk. But yeah, when I got to the dunk contest in 2008, it was the ESPN College Slam Dunk Contest. And when I get there, you're just like taking it all in at first. You're like, man, like this is about to be overwhelming.
Yeah.
I'm nervous. Like I'm this, I'm that. But for me, it was just like I didn't go in with expectations to win it, right? I was just there to have fun. And that was my mindset going into it. Win, lose, or draw, I am on ESPN, like dunking. I'm on TV for the first time in my life, basically. Live TV, right? Representing Detroit, Michigan. And everybody who sees this want to be like, oh, snap, it's that Will, because it was just so random. I didn't tell anybody. I just popped up on ESPN dunking, right? So it was amazing, man. My first dunk, I jumped over one of my teammates. She was like 6'8", 6'9", got a 50. My second dunk was a 540. My third dunk was I jumped over 2 guys. And then my third dunk, I jumped over 3 guys almost. So I made the dunk, jumped over, but my shorts got caught on the head. Yeah. And then Sonny Weems comes baseline, reverse through the legs. It was like a 2-hand something he did to win it. I was like, yeah, that was it.
Okay.
Yeah. You didn't feel like you were robbed at all.
Yeah, no. I lost respectfully. We lost respectfully, and I was the first person to lose, and I was okay with that.
Is it like choreography? Do you have people who help you come up with ideas, or do you just come up with this on your own?
For me, no, I didn't have anybody help me with the dunk contest. I was just out there winging it.
Yeah.
And like I said, when I went out there, I was just up there to have fun. Like somebody told me my dunks in the layup line was better than my dunk contest dunks, because that's how excited I was.
Where was the contest?
San Antonio, Texas.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
so that's cool. Amazing.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll get into the Globetrotters, but 13 years with the Globetrotters, and then post Globetrotters, you've been a coach. So you're currently the girls varsity coach at St. Vincent de Paul up in the North Bay. I know you've helped out with North Bay Basketball Academy with MBBA. I'm an MBBA coach as well. Were you on American Ninja Warrior?
Yeah, I did American Ninja Warrior. Yeah, I did American Ninja Warrior 3 times. It was amazing all the times. Like every time I did it, it was amazing. Even though I got out my last 2 runs, I was still expected to go high, because the first time I did it, I made it all the way to Vegas, which is like a big deal.
Yeah.
For a 6'4" athlete, right? It's like everybody there is under 6 foot. And if you're all a little bit taller, you're a rock climber or some type of upper strength specialist or something, right? Like I've heard stories of guys turning the house into like rock climbing facilities. And one guy who did that actually won that first year. I think it was the first year when I did it, but it was amazing. Still no expectations, no disappointment, because a lot of things happen randomly in life. And it's just when you go in or you get the opportunity, don't have no expectations. You won't be disappointed. You're just going to have fun. So that first run, I made it all the way to Vegas, man. And I was excited. Second time I came back, I was moving too fast. Third time, I was just like, yeah, I should have trained for this one, because it was in Denver.
Huh.
And that
altitude.
That 5280 gets you.
Yeah.
That 5280 gets you, man.
Yep.
So, yeah, but I had fun every single time.
Very cool.
Every single time.
Well, so, clearly Will, amazing human, positive, charismatic, incredible athlete. And then recently, you've had to deal with some adversity, right?
Mm-hmm.
You had some health issues. You're dealing with cancer. You look great.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Cancer-free, right?
Yeah. As of now, they say. So doctor said it always, just every 3 months we get that checkup and we see where we're at, see what's declining or progressing. So,
awesome.
Yeah.
Well, can't thank you enough for being here, talking to us. We actually heard about you. I knew about you because I'm an MBBA coach, and I've heard about you, heard your story. But our friend Michael Pritchard, who was one of our guests in our first season, comedian, entertainer, he said, man, you guys got to have a Will Bullard on. He's got an amazing story. So really appreciate you being here. Why don't we start? Let's talk about the Globetrotters.
Yeah.
I'm assuming most of our listeners know who the Harlem Globetrotters are, but why don't you take 20 seconds, tell us who the Harlem Globetrotters are, and then I'd love to know, what was that tryout like?
20 seconds, the Harlem Globetrotters have been around for almost 100 years. We've been to 123 different countries and provinces around the world. It's entertained kings and queens. We've been to every state in the USA. We've done a lot. We're known as ambassadors of goodwill, great role models for kids. the games are probably one of the most loved, entertained shows on the face of the earth because it's a place where you go, you look at basketball and you see it in a different light, in a different realm.
Yeah.
And you see that basketball is fun, right? And it's creative and it's sporadic as well. You never know what's going to happen at a Globetrotter game. So for me, for 13, 15 years, man, I was out there playing at a high level.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was really fun. If I could reset my body for 20 years, I'd do it again.
So when they call you, you mentioned that, so they call you, you go out there. Are you already in or do you have to try out?
Oh, you got to try out. Nothing is already.
So walk me through the tryout.
Yeah. So the tryout, I think I was in Phoenix, Arizona, and we tried out at the Phoenix Suns arena.
Yeah.
On the practice facility. And when I went in, it was just me as a dunker trying out for a dunker spot because you got dribblers camps, you got dunkers camps, you got showman camps.
Okay.
So you got all these different things, right? And I went in as a dunker and I'm in a dribblers camp. So guys are there trying out for their dribbling spots, and I'm there for the dunker spot. And coaches have the dunkers. Coaches have the dribblers throw me oops and stuff off the backboard. And I'm catching them, I'm doing whatever I want to with the passes. And coach is like, no, that ain't good enough. Those passes are not good. When you throw that ball at the backboard, it needs to come past the free throw line. When you call it ball, you're going to throw a oop, it needs to be out of bounds. We want to see passes that he won't be able to catch. So that's where you put me into competitive mode if you tell me I can't do something. So one of the coaches got out there, his name was Barry Hardy. He was slinging that ball so hard off the backboard. Unreal. So I'm sitting there watching it, trying to get my timing down. And I think when he started, I don't think I missed a dunk. Because timing needs to be perfect as a Globetrotter, coming out of corner for a dunk, or doing your dribble routine, but everything needs to be like flawless. So when it comes to hand-eye coordination, you got to be like a hunter. Like you got to be, it's unreal to be a Globetrotter. And I don't think people understand how hard it actually is. They just see all the tricks and stuff like that and seeing the ball spin. And that's not even the hardest thing to do. The hardest thing to do is get into the middle of the magic circle and not mess up for the 15 to 20 seconds that you're there, because you got to go after the game. You can't come back out and do it again. You go to a next city. So the pressure that you have to be perfect in the middle of the circle is the hardest thing.
So to explain, what's the circle? What's the magic?
Magic circle. So you see where the guys get in there, they do all of their ball handling tricks like right before the game.
Yeah.
You only get one chance in there. So right before everybody comes out, you're backstage, you're warming up. You're just like, man, if I mess up, I'm going to upset some little kid in here because I'm in here fumbling this basketball. And my goal is to make them see what basketball or ball handling looks like with a smile on their face. And you're just out there having fun and it's carefree, because that can translate to real life, you know? If you get so good at something, it doesn't become a job, you know? It's just.
Did you guys, when you're with the Globetrotters, did you ever play like real competitive games? Or is it always kind of predetermined you're going to play the generals?
So, I mean, we know that everybody knows that you're going to play the generals. Yeah. Right? Everybody knows that you're going to play the generals. It's like Star Wars or the Starship Troopers or whatever. So it's like kind of like one of those things. But at the end of the day, prior to the games, majority of the Washington Generals, and I don't think people know this, are Division II or D1 athletes, and so are Globetrotters.
Oh, okay.
Right? So Globetrotters, we've had a guy recently go from Globetrotters to try out in a D-League for a team. I forget his name. He was a rookie. But it's still opportunity there to get to the next level. Yeah. And we've had guys in the past that played for the Bulls who came and played for the Globetrotters. Wilt Chamberlain played for the Globetrotters in his offseason. Yeah. Every time he would come back home, Wilt Chamberlain is out on the Globetrotter court because why? He loved it that much, and he get to travel, play ball. So a lot of the guys out there, the talent that we do have, we play before the game and sometimes after the game. Cool. Sometimes we get to the arena or wherever we're going 2 hours before, warm up, get our physical therapy, get our treatment, and then we're out there playing. Right? Because a lot of the guys go home and playing pro-ams. A lot of the guys go play in pro leagues and things like that to stay active and to stay with the game of basketball. So it's very competitive, right? But everybody knows at the end of the day, the Globetrotters should come out victorious. Yeah. Unless something changed, I don't know.
So can you make a living? Like, how's the pay? Like, you know, obviously professional basketball, NBA, we all know what those guys make, right? Overseas, hit or miss. Like for the Globetrotters, is it a viable way to make a living?
Yeah, it's like any job. You got to work your way up toward a certain salary. Yeah, I did it for 13 years, and I made a pretty good living. Good. Depending on where you're at in your career, you can make more than 6 figures. When I retired, I was north of that, but you can make a lot of money with the Globetrotters. But it's also like with us, it's not the financial part. It's about actually the giving back and the goodwill ambassadors about it. Money comes and goes, but the legacy lasts forever. Smiles last forever. The memories last forever, right? Like if you guys have Globetrotter story, you guys remember going to Globetrotter.
I remember.
Probably remember who you see.
Yeah.
Right? And for us,
Curly
those
Neal.
Globetrotters that you saw, they don't remember what they were making back then. We don't care about that aspect.
Yeah.
We care so more about like getting out there, showing the family fun that you're supposed to have, showing the happy side, showing the not so serious side of basketball. But it is kind of serious, but yeah, you do very well for yourself.
All right. So Will Bullard's passport. How many stamps?
72.
How many stamps you got? 72.
73, actually. We just added another country. I went to Fiji and Nauru this summer with the U.S. government for an ambassador program to help us implement basketball into Nauru and Fiji. And amazing. So I went over there with the U.S. Embassy, and it was amazing. I mean, I would go back in a heartbeat because all the things that we left there as far as basketball knowledge and different drills and skills, unreal. Right, because you're going to Nauru, which is a country of about 13,000 people, and nothing's there. Right, there's no anything. So everybody on the island knows each other. It's surrounded by water. It's a great place. But when we get there, they're like, "Huh, what do you guys do? You guys are basketball players. We heard about you. Show us what you do." So we were there for about 2 or 3 days. And first day we got there, word got around the island. Second day we got there, we were doing our basketball demos and basketball camps, and it was just 2 of us. And then the third day, we had a packed arena of like 800-900 people in there. They were just like, "Oh my God, you guys are amazing." And we did like a little mini demo show. And it was amazing, man, for those people, because everybody's not allowed to see Globetrotters. And when we went to Nauru, we were like, this is another country for us to implement the Globetrotter skill in basketball. But it's also like, here's some real drills, here's some real skills in basketball, because we do that as well too. So giving them things like that, man, as a Globetrotter, but also as a regular person, as a regular human, is very rewarding for us. And for me, I just love to go anywhere and implement basketball. It doesn't matter what I don't care where I'm at. Give me a basketball, I'll make anybody smile or happy.
So this country of 13,000, probably a rugby culture.
Yep.
How many basketball courts or how many gyms do they have in the country total?
Good question. Outside, they have basketball and volleyball courts, probably like 6 or 7. The schools, they have basketball courts with no rims. And I'm actually going today to buy 7 hoops and nets and cones. I got to package them up and send them to the government so they can ship them out to Suva and Nauru within the next 6 weeks. So that's cool. That's what I do, because like I said, it's more so about the legacy, man. And it's just about giving back to people who need it.
Amazing. So it was cool. I was looking at the Globetrotters site, and you're on there. Some women on the roster now.
Unreal.
Amazing. So just discuss that.
Unreal. I don't even know how to explain these women. Like, unreal. Torch, unreal. TNT, unreal. Mighty, Ace, Sunshine, unreal. You see these women, they're beautiful women, but then when they put them Globetrotter jerseys on and they get out there, the aura that they create for the little girls in the arena is unreal.
Yeah.
The vibe that they get out there and present, the confidence that they show on the basketball court is unreal. And I think that is needed in the game, right? Caitlin Clark, Asia Reese, like everybody, like Asia Wilson, like these little girls are looking up to them. I think that's why I deep dove into girls basketball. One, because I'm a girl dad. I got 2 little girls, and my 11-year-old loves Asia Wilson. So it's kind of like, I got to try to get her into there. She's 5'1" and she's 11 years old. So I'm thinking, But
post moves.
When the women on our team show up, they show out. They come out the tunnel. They got their little swag and everything that they do. Girls are like, oh my gosh. It's just a beautiful thing to see. And they could shoot the strings off the ball. They could pass. They could do everything.
So when did women join the Globetrotters?
Early 90s. Lynette Woodard was the first female Harlem Globetrotter who joined the team. She played at Kansas, man, and she got on the team, and she set the bar so high for everybody else as far as the women that come in, because she showed the world that you can play with guys at a high level and do it like effectively, especially after coming out of Kansas and especially after being an Olympic champion. It's like, let me go ahead and be a Globetrotter. Like Wilt Chamberlain, for example.
Yeah.
Like, everybody knows these big names, but they say Wilt Chamberlain, you see 76ers. Nobody's going to say Harlem Globetrotters for some odd reason. Like, why does Wilt keep going from NBA to Globetrotters back to the NBA or CBA, whatever it was. ABA back then,
ABA.
Like, right. But that's where it started at.
Yeah.
That's imagine.
That's really
cool.
But so you're still involved with the Globetrotters, right? So are you playing, or what do you?
The last time I played was last year in Portland, and I felt good. I felt great. Like, if they need me to play, I'll go out and play.
Yeah.
But I'm more so on the back end side now, as far as like player development. That way I can show guys how to be real Globetrotters and not get complacent with it. 2016, I got the culture award for the Globetrotters, meaning that the culture was like good and I represented it very well and also added a lot to that. So a lot of the things that you guys see out there on the floor nowadays, me and a few other teammates helped create that vibe and that aura. But being a Globetrotter and playing is one thing, but being a coach on the sideline and all the fans know you from playing is amazing. Right. So you walk into the gym, hey, Bull, I seen you on Ninja Warrior. I seen your backflip videos. I seen this. I seen you make the shot out of a helicopter. I seen the shot out the airplane. I seen the shot out of the boom, boom, boom.
We're going to talk about that.
I appreciate it, guys. Now watch Scooter. Now watch a Speedy out there knock down these 14 4-point shots. Go ahead and watch TNT make these shots from the stands and wham and everything. So
okay, so let's go there right now, Bull. So first of all, it's Bullard on the website.
Yeah,
right. That's your Globetrotter persona. All right, you made a shot from a helicopter.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Duffy.
Yeah.
We got video of this, Dan?
There's video on the internet. It's on
I'm
YouTube.
sure.
All right, we're looking at it. I'm sure. I'm gonna add that to the show now.
But that's not it. You made a shot from an airplane.
Yeah.
How high was the airplane?
Airplane, we were crop duster plane. We were about I'm not sure. It was about, we was up there, not too high, not no thousands of feet, but
A couple hundred feet, probably.
a couple
right?
hundred feet, crop duster line, like crop duster height, but a little higher.
And where was the hoop?
Right, the hoop was on the floor on the ground on the tarmac, the runway.
How many
Every time we,
attempts did you?
go around? I drop one, I come back around, try to drop another one, go around, try to drop another one in, man. So it was a lengthy process. But everybody asked, how many attempts? I asked them how many attempts you see. No, that's just fast. But it took me a few hours to get.
Just
that
takes one. We don't have to talk about that.
It took me a few hours to get that one, man. But it was one of those things like where I gotta get it. You know, like I'm a competitor when it comes to stuff like that.
Yeah.
So the helicopter, the airplane was challenging, but I knew I was going to get it. The helicopter was more so like the challenging one because I would be about 250 feet up in the air. Helicopter's moving side to side, and I'm trying to aim it. You got the downdraft from the blades, and then you got the wind once you get past the downdraft. And so every time I shoot the ball, I'm just trying to get my muscle memory, but I can't.
Yeah.
Every shot's a different shot. But I was just trying to tell my pilot, keep it steady. Last one, I looked at a little girl who was in a wheelchair. I swear to God, this is an honest to God true story. I looked, and something was just like motivation. I just flicked it down, and the ball said, backboard and went straight in. My last shot of the day.
Amazing.
Last shot of the day, man.
I was thinking you better have a lot of basketballs with you because like getting a rebound on that would be a pain in the ass.
Yeah, it was like we had 12. I think we had 12.
Talk about a long rebound.
Exactly. All right, now how about you made a shot from an amusement park, I heard, off a bungee jump? Or
oh yeah, that was it's the sky coaster. It's a sky coaster thing.
Yeah.
And that was a tough shot as well too. I wasn't never shooting at the peak or my pinnacle, and then when I realized it, I made it. So that was a tough shot. But just swinging back and forth, you only get like 2 shots. One, they come back, another one like 2, and you're like 500, like maybe like 300-400 feet up in the air when you get to the top. And you're trying to just shoot a shot. Like, man, it was unreal.
All right, so a contested 17-footer sounds like nothing when you're dealing with a helicopter shot. Okay, go ahead, Duff.
Were these stunts your idea, or was it Globetrotter idea? And if it's their idea, how did they pick you? Do you have to audition for these?
They just know.
Amazing shots.
Yeah. They just know who's going to do it. Let's ask Bull. He crazy.
He'll do it.
Crazy as hell. Let's ask him. Bull, you want to jump out of an airplane? What? Of course. You want to go bungee jump and try to do? Of course. I'm going to do it all. Right? I don't have any fears. I don't think I have any fears. I think my only fears is that my kids wake up one day and be like, I don't love you, Dad. That's it. That's it. Only fears. Try to break my little heart, man. But no, I'll do anything.
All right. Any notable like NBA or really good college players that you played with or against in the Globetrotters?
As far as on my team?
Yeah. Or
no, I would say like in the summer, in my earlier years, I would go home when I used to live in Seattle playing a pro-am.
Oh,
against,
that's a good pro-am.
Yeah. Against Jamal Crawford, Will Conroy, Spencer Hawes, Isaiah Thomas, Terrence Williams, Terrence Ross, Abdul Gaddy, Peyton Siva, Martell Webster.
How would you stack up with those guys?
Oh, I averaged 35 in that league. 10 game span.
So was there ever a shot that you had, like, could you play in the league?
Coming out of college, my junior college, not my junior college coach, but my assistant coach said I had a few offers to go with Spain and Italy. And I turned them down because it was only offering me X amount, and I would have made twice that within my degree.
Yeah.
I mind you, prior to going back to Corpus Christi, I got deep into academics, So when I left Marygrove the second time, I had like a 3.6, 3.7. Good for you. Because I really focused on like academics. Even though that wasn't the reason why I left Corpus Christi, it was just something else for me to focus on. Like I think that summer turned me into a nerd that I am now when it comes to anything. So when I went back down, it was just like no expectation, no disappointment. Globetrotters came around, and then, I mean, it is what it was. But when I got to Seattle, different beat for a different ball game. I'm sure. Like I always could play basketball. My dream wasn't to go to college to play. My dream wasn't going to go pro. I played basketball to stay alive. And I think that's a disconnect that a lot of people have. A lot of people play basketball because they want to. I didn't have a choice. I needed to.
So let's talk about that. Let's go. So early days, you're in Detroit. You've talked about it.
Yeah.
That surrounded by, violence, drugs, challenges. You were in a foster care system.
Mm-hmm.
When did you start playing basketball, and how did that inform your kind of ability to deal with that environment?
A lot of adversity growing up, I think. And one thing is that as a kid, with my older brother being who my older brothers was in the city of Detroit, I had to find something else to do. They didn't want me to do that, even though I was always curious about it.
Yeah.
So finding a way, which was sports for me or being athletic somehow, I just did that. Like I would watch guys in the area, in the neighborhood do backflips. I wanted to learn how to do backflips. So I taught myself at like 6 or 7 years old, watching one of my older cousins, seeing people out there playing basketball, picked up a basketball, just started dribbling. And that was that. Once I got good at dribbling, we started to put the crates back up on a light pole with the wooden board, cutting the bottom of them out. We were shooting on them in the alleys and stuff like that. Just had a little fun pickup games. We would take a wire hanger and make it into a hoop, bend it, put it on the door, ball some socks up, and now we're in a room playing basketball with our socks. Into a wire hanger that we just made into a hoop. It was fun for me and my brothers.
What year were you born, bud?
84. I'm 40 years old.
Okay, so when you're growing up, that was right around like Fab 5, right?
Yeah.
Michigan.
Yeah.
Was basketball, did you look up to basketball players?
No, I didn't care.
Yeah.
I looked up to my older brothers because they was like my role models. Like when I got into the game of basketball, I still didn't look up to anybody. I just wanted to play basketball.
Yeah. I
didn't have no dreams and no aspirations of going to college or playing high school basketball or Globetrotter, none of that. I literally just played to stay alive and to have fun because it took my mind up everything else. Like I didn't have a path. A lot of kids have a path nowadays, but I just played basketball to keep myself safe. Right. But then when I realized I had talent, I tried to mold it too. Like, okay, this is the reason why I play basketball now. Right. But it's also like, I love this game of basketball. I'm very competitive. So I'm about to be the best competitor that I have to be, and learning the game from everybody that I came in contact who was better than me. I always got a little bit from them. My main thing now is I teach kids the mentality. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
I could teach you every skill in the world, but if that mentality don't help you roll that over to the basketball court, we're just stuck at this one spot, and I think you're going to be complacent. And so for me, with all the adversity that I've been through in life, I use that to motivate the kids. Like, there's no way in hell I'm 40 years old, just beat cancer, and I can still go out here and 360 dunk. There's no way in hell I can still be the personal trainer, corrective exercise specialist, performance enhancement coach I am now.
Yeah.
Start these camps and things up by a skill, as a mindset, And from when I tell the kids, it's going to have to be, your mindset got to be tough no matter what it is. If you're on a court and you're competing, one thing will happen, you're going to win or lose, but the best competitor going to win. And if you get out there with any slight doubt in your mind, you're done, you're cooked. But you got to make sure you're paying attention to the skills of what your coaches and whoever training you is telling you.
Yeah.
Right? Like, and I think that's the hard part that we have for coaching sometimes, right? Like, if you don't keep the base wide, you're cooked. Somebody's going to steal it. But we do all this skill training, and now you're not listening because you get out there, you get into fear because you don't know how to handle adversity.
Well, we talk a lot about difference between playing hard and competing, right? Because like kids think they're playing hard, and they are maybe, but they're not competing, right?
Yeah.
And so what you're talking about, like I could tell you love to compete.
I do, but it's in a certain, it's like in the right realm. It's like in the right realm to compete.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be on the freeway compete with nobody driving. Compete. I don't compete for money. I don't compete for nothing. Like if we're playing basketball and you start talking crazy, I'm gonna say, where your money at? But that's just something like that's just like a mental thing. Like it's all mental, man. Like basketball and life, it's all mental. If you can manage the mentality and you can go through adversity and you learn from your adversity, your path's gonna be 10 times better. This ain't just basketball though. It's just like life.
So when you were talking about growing up, and then when you started to realize you had some talent, like at what age did you realize, hey, I'm pretty good?
15.
Okay.
Matter of fact, 13.
Okay, so like 8th grade, kind of right before high school.
Yeah, like 13. My foster mom, I was in foster care between ages of 12 to 15. And my foster mom was like, you got to go get outside, do something because you're getting too tall. So I'm like outside, picked up that basketball, right? Picked up the basketball. She bought me a basketball hoop, put it up on her garage. And now I'm back there shooting and stuff like that. And it's like, I'm going to try for the 8th grade team. Got cut, but I still went and tried out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? After that summer, I worked out hard, got my first dunk at 13. After that, just started playing ball. I was like, you know what? I'm going to just keep going. Got cut from this team. I just started working out. Now I'm dunking. Oh, y'all can't tell me nothing now. Let me go ahead and do all of this around the city. So by the age of 16, my mom was a drug addict. So we would move from this house to that house to this house, all around the community, right? So moved to this one area in Detroit, bad area. And I'm out there playing basketball. I was like, ain't you the kid from the east side? I'm on the west side of Detroit. Back then, we ain't got no cell phone, nothing like that.
Yeah.
It was like all word of mouth, right? So it's just like, man, ain't you the kid from the east side they call M1? I'm like, yeah, I am. But I grew up like right now. He's like, oh, yeah, we know. But man, we didn't think he was like coming over here. Like, what's up? I live right down the street now. Like, oh, bet, we got it, we good. So met new homies, met new friends, man, and yeah.
Yeah, there was a period of time in Detroit where my understanding is that it got really bad in the city, and that basketball courts, outdoor basketball courts, were being shut down, ramps taken down. Was that still sort of the scene somewhat when you were playing pickup, or had it revived a little bit? I remember, Chris Webber growing up in Detroit had talked about like how you had to go outside of the city to play.
Yeah, that had came back around the time when I had started getting back on the scene, but it was also a lot of things where the city's money was just like going down because it was putting so much into like law enforcement and everything, trying to keep the city protected. But we'll find ways around that. There's like no way in hell you're gonna stop some hood kids from playing basketball when that's all that they do.
Yeah.
If y'all put locks on the rims, we're gonna cut them things off, or we're going to somebody who's gonna rebolt it for us. And we're gonna be out there playing ball. There's nothing that you can stop. Like if there's something that we love to do, like in the inner city, we're gonna do it. It's because this is the only thing that we have. Right? We're not trying to go out to these other areas. We want to keep our stuff right here because this is where we feel safe at. You know what I mean? So we're going to find a way to play basketball. We're going to get those rims up. Because there was a time where the police would ride down the street and pull your basketball hoop off the court, like off the street.
Really?
They see you outside playing basketball. Like, nope, let's get it. We got to take it down. What? Why? Like, what are we doing? We're not causing any problem.
Man.
They would literally come take your basketball hoop.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So as you're moving around, what was your high school playing experience like? Did you have to move high schools?
I did every time.
Okay.
Yep. I went 4 different high schools.
So, and were you playing all through, like at each school or no?
I didn't even try out because I knew for a fact we were going to move.
Okay. So
I tried out my last 2 years at Southeastern High School because I had a feeling we were going to be there for a little bit.
Yeah.
And I could just tell by the way my mom had cleaned up off the drugs. That's how I knew how long we were going to be in the area also.
Wow.
Like if she was clean and we moved to a new house or something like that, I'm like, you know what? We're probably going to be here less than a year. Because she's on the right path, but she's going to get frustrated with something. And then she's going to be like, you know what? Let me go ahead and resort back. So when I went to Southeastern High School on the east side of Detroit, I tried out my junior year, but I had to sit because of transfer rules.
Sure.
So I made a team that junior year. Everybody was excited for me. Like, you about to make it. You about to go somewhere. But then my senior year comes around. I played 5 games because our point guard was going to Louisville. Our 2 guard was going somewhere else. Our 3, 4, 5. Our 5 was going to fucking like Purdue or something. I don't know where he was going, but our team was crazy. I was okay with sitting on the bench watching Brandon Jenkins from Louisville play basketball.
Yeah.
That man taught me so much about the game. And he was actually he was one of my teammates. He's actually the first person that humbled me on a basketball court. I never seen a 6'4" kid move this fast. Big 7-foot senior comes set a senior on me. I go over. My coach tell me to go under. And when I go over the screen, I'm looking for him. He's still at the top. I said, hold on, what'd you do? Let me go sit back on the side. Let me go watch. Let me go watch the game of basketball real quick. I don't know what the hell just happened. So when I'm out there playing, I would watch this kid play basketball, and I would be excited. Right? I'm looking at my teammate being excited, not like, man, I want to be him, or man, I'm like,
you're learning.
I'm not jealous. I'm learning the game of basketball. Right? I'm learning how to set screens. I'm learning how to pick and roll. I'm learning how to play defense. I'm learning the left slot, right slot, short corner. So I learned the game by not playing a game, and I didn't play organized ball until pretty much my senior year, right? Like,
did you
I played leagues and things like that, but organized like high school ball, I didn't play high school ball until my senior year. I played in the Salvation Army leagues, I played in other like little leagues and like that around the city, but no organized basketball until my senior year of high school.
That's amazing. And so, we've talked to so many different players, coaches, people from all different walks of basketball life, and usually they have some coach or coaches when they were younger who influenced their game.
Mm-hmm.
For you, it doesn't sound like, did you have coaches at the, like, cause you were moving around so much, you didn't have really a consistent high school experience.
Mm-mm.
Doesn't sound like you were playing like for youth teams. You were just playing pickup,
I
right?
was just playing pickup.
So you didn't really have a coach when you were younger. You just you taught yourself, and you, like you were saying, you're really observant, you're really smart. You're watching your teammates, you're picking things up. You were kind of your own coach.
Yeah, pretty much, man. And in high school, like, you see these guys who's so good. Nowadays it's changed, but my thing was in high school, I would see my teammates who were good, and I would try to learn from them. Obviously, they're good for a reason, and they had coaches and they had that skill development. So when I'm trying to get into the game of basketball, I'm looking at them and watching them like, why does he move so fast? I'm looking at his movements and like, okay, bam. So now when I get out there, I try to implement the same thing. I might turn it over a few times, but I'm just trying to learn the game.
Yeah.
So I didn't have coaches or skill players like that teaching me anything growing up. I just had my homies who would help me out. Like, one of my homies told me to go try out for college. He was like, I'll play at Mary Grove College in Detroit. And he was like, you should go try out, man. You can make the team. I'm like, man, I ain't got no money for college. Went to Mary Grove anyway, took out like $40,000 in loans, and ended up becoming an All-American because I had a shooting coach and one coach who believed in me. And I still keep in contact with him to this day. And he actually got me my partnership with the American Cancer Society.
Amazing.
So when you meet good coaches and you meet good people who hold you accountable and don't give a damn where you're from, that's something that's needed. Right.
So Mary Grove, what level is that?
That was NAIA division.
Okay.
I can't remember the division.
Yeah, that's all right.
Been 20 plus years.
Duff, sorry.
So tell us about your shooting coach. Like, what makes a good shooting coach, and how did he help you?
My shooting coach helped me out a lot because I think it was a lot about my persona. I was a kid who was stuck in his ways and didn't want to change much. When you get this 6'7" guy who's an extremely good shooter, and he's telling you how to shoot the ball, you're gonna listen. And for me, we clashed a lot. We butted heads until one day he made me shoot against him, and I think I've never lost that bad. And I was like, I know I can shoot the ball. Yeah. And he was like, well, beat me, and it is what it is. Like, okay, cool, let's do it. I don't think I ever lost that bad in my life shooting. So what you do? He was like, well, for you sling the ball around, and you got to keep it elbow under the ball. You got to make sure you step, you got to do X, Y, and Z, boom, 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 boom. So it takes somebody that humbles you first. And then if you're a cocky person, if you're cocky of your area, you can't tell me nothing because I taught myself, right? Like, I know what I'm doing. I don't want to listen to you. Right. I'm trying to boom, 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 boom. But if you can humble me, I'm going to listen, I'm going to pay attention, and then bam. And that's how a lot of the situations went for me. But when he beat me in shooting, yeah, I think that was it for me. I'm going to listen now, so.
If your shot is feeling off, do you have a go-to? I would say for me, if my shot is feeling like it's just, for whatever reason, it's off, like I just think about my legs and just getting a little bit more lift. Do you have something that like is like a trick for you? Or maybe your shot's never off.
It is. Oh, trust me, it's off.
Yeah. Duffy's trying to get a free lesson.
No. I'm going to tell you one thing I do.
We should charge him for this.
One thing I do is I pay attention to where the ball hits out on the rim. I never change my shot. My shot gonna be the same. My ball is short. I need more legs. If I hit the back rim, I'm throwing darts. If I hit the left or the right, my elbow.
Do you aim for the front rim or back rim?
I just shoot. Some people aim. I just watch the.
So when you're in a helicopter, you're not looking at the front of the rim. Come on.
Not. This is aim. I promise you, it's all aim.
He's looking at the net. He's looking at the ball going through the net.
I promise you, there's no way that you can aim when you're up that high. And when I'm shooting from the stands, you guys find shots with, shooting from the stands, I'm literally aiming at a spot like I see the rim, I see the backboard. I'm not trying to aim for the front rim.
Yeah.
Backboard, I'm just power and trajectory.
Yep.
But with the shooting though, Duff, I watch where the ball hits the rim. If it's short, I know it's my legs. If it's left or right, it's the elbow is out. If I'm going too straight, I'm pushing, throwing darts. And Dennis Rodman told me that, like, man, you're throwing darts, but that shit going in. I don't know how you're doing it. So.
I found it, Dave. 180,000 views, helicopter shot.
All right, there we go. We'll put it in the show notes.
Yeah.
Okay, talk about your college playing career. So now you're playing in college.
Yeah.
You're going playing NAIA. Now you got to play organized basketball. You got to coach.
Mm-hmm.
What's that like for you? How's that adjustment?
Playing at Mary Grove, my first year was amazing. I think my first game I had 25.17 rebounds. I was an energetic bunny out there. One thing is my confidence never wavered on the court, off the court. It was just like in between the lines, there's nothing you can do with me. I'm a different person when I play basketball.
Did you defend? You played?
Oh my gosh, yes. I love playing defense.
Yeah.
That's my thing because I make people do what I want them to do on the basketball court. And I was at a young age, and I learned that from just watching people. Like, if I turn you one way, I know I'm quicker than you to get to your next spot. Like, defense is my thing. That's what I teach my kids. That's what I teach my girls first. I think that's why we went far. But playing in college, man, defense was my thing. Shooting, slashing, dunking, like I did everything. I was a two-way player, and it was just fun, right?
Yeah.
But I had to be calmed down because I was so excited to play. So that first year at Maryville, when I made All-American, I had so many highlights. And so just like, I just like, you know what? I feel like I can do better than Maryville. So let me go to Richland College in Dallas, Texas. So
Is that also NAIA?
that was D2 or D1 JUCO.
Okay.
Junior college, Richland College in Dallas, Texas. I can't remember the division. Could be D3. But my coach that taught me how to shoot, he was about to transfer out. And I said, if you transfer out, I'm leaving because I ain't staying here. He was like, okay, cool. So he went to a college, and I was like, okay, where am I going? He was like, I'm going to call some few people. Chuck Taylor from Richland College was in the area from Texas, visited his family. I called him, I sent him a highlight tape, and he was like, how fast you want to get down here? He was like, I'd be up there in a few weeks. Bet. So he drove from Texas to Detroit, visited his family. He came by, stopped by my grandma's house, talked to my grandma. She was like, take care of my baby. I had 2 suitcases, put him in the back of his car, and I moved down to Dallas, Texas to go play basketball at a JUCO. Wow. Never been there before in my life. Just like, I'm out. Yeah. Let's go. Grandma, can I leave? Yep. He said he's going to take care of you. Yeah, my grandma was my rock when she was alive. Like, my grandma helped me make all my decisions. So I went down to Dallas, Texas, man, and I was in the gym early summer. I probably shot 1,000 shots every day on a gun, on a shooting machine, was just in the gym, just playing ball by myself, you know, working out. A few older guys would come back and stuff. I was in the gym literally every day. That's all I had to do. Nothing else to do. Right? New city, new area, but it's just being a gym rat and being in love with the game.
So did you, because now, I mean, we'll get to where you're doing now, because you're a skills trainer, you're an amazing coach. So at that time, you're playing by yourself. Did you know, like, did you come up with your own drills? Did people show you what to do? Like, how do you hone your game by yourself in that gym?
Only thing that I did, and I still do to this day, is form shooting. My shooting coach at Maryville only made me focus on a few form shooting drills.
Just get those shots off.
That never left. And when I say these form shooting drills are probably like, they're damn sure pro elite level, they are extremely tough. And I seen it in firsthand that it works, because the guy who told me to go to Maryville, his name was Dennis Foster, best shooter I've ever seen in my life, probably 5'8", 5'9". So I got my coach who taught me how to shoot, best shooter, and Dennis Foster, best shooter I've ever seen. He taught Dennis how to shoot. And I'm like, only thing y'all are doing is form shooting from 11 spots on the floor. This is unreal. Like, okay. So when I watched Dennis, I was in the gym with him for 2 hours watching this man shoot form shots. And that's the only thing that I ever do for shooting is form shots.
What are the 11 spots?
The 11 spots are both blocks, 15-foot, corner, wing, elbows, up top.
Kind of like around the world.
Yep. Yeah. But the objective is you got to make 5 in a row. Can't touch the rim at every spot. If you do, you start over.
Can't touch the rim.
Can't touch the rim.
If you get up top, you got to be 5 in a row. If you don't make 5 in a row, you go right back to the block.
What's the longest that's ever taken you?
3 hours. One-handed.
Oh, it's one-handed?
One-handed.
All one-handed?
Yep.
And so this is top of the key. So this is
this is like you start on the block, make those 5, go to that 15-foot, and make those 5, corner, then a wing, then an elbow. So you're shooting at a different spot every time, and then you reverse it going around to the other side.
It could take me until my age of Medicare to get through
I'd still be here. Yeah.
You'll focus at some point, like, fuck this, I'm tired of this is chill.
That's
because
amazing.
It's like, and the shooting coach, like, he just sit there and watch you. He rebounds for you for like 2.5 hours, 3 hours. You're just sitting there with your feet good, but it teaches you the same thing over and over.
Yep.
You don't need 2 hands to shoot the ball. The other hand is just a guide hand.
Yep.
A lot of kids want to be like this, or
right,
pushing through, or chucking like this. Like, no. Balance that ball like you're serving a pizza, guide it to the basket.
Yep.
So
while we're on shooting, what about the quick shot release? Like that, do you have that? So like you only have like a little margin to get the shot off, and you're at the same time every time. It sounds like the form shooting doesn't really get at that.
Oh, it does.
It does.
Okay. When you catch the ball, you got to catch the ball in the pocket. Like body positioning, form shooting. If I know I need to get this shot off in a half a second, I know I can't catch and set and shoot.
Right. You just got to
get fire. You got to find the ball in the air, right? And depending on which way the ball is twirling, right? Me, I'm a string shooter, so I got to have the strings a certain way. Yeah. So whenever I see the ball in the air, I try to position my hands to be able to get it, and then I'm catching it in my pocket. So if it's too high, I'm keeping it high, boom, out. Yep. If it's too low, I'm trying to get under the ball, and then, right? So it's body positioning and learning how to catch that ball. Like, it's a science to it. It's a science.
You're lefty, it looks like. Just
Yeah. Lefty. Yeah. I go right when people can stop me going left.
So you end up at Texas A&M Corpus Christi.
Yeah. That was fun.
Discuss that.
So coming out of Richland College in Dallas, Texas, 2005, 2006, I was probably the highest recruit at Richland. At that time, we had an open gym and we had possibly 20 coaches in there. My coach called me into the office like, every coach in that gym is here for you. I said, fam, we just got here. What do you mean did you got? First of all, this is going too fast. I only played 5 games my senior year, and All-American, and now I'm like in the gym with top recruits. Like, what is going on? Like top schools. UNT was in there, UNV Kings, Texas A&M Corpus Christi was there, Commerce, Kingsville, TCU was there. I had so many schools in the gym watching me play ball. When I came out of the office, he thought I was going to be nervous. Hey, I'm just playing basketball. I'm just here to have fun.
Yeah.
That's the mindset. No expectations, no disappointment. So I get in there and ball out. A coach walked past me, looked at me, shook his head, was like, man, I know you're not coming to my school, but here's my card just in case something happens. I say, man, that's an honor. I appreciate that. I'm very grateful for me to just even say that when I thought I kind of had like a bad day, but it was just me keeping myself humble. And that's what another thing to learn was humility along this path, along this journey. You can be as confident as you want to on the basketball court. Somebody's always going to be better than you out there, somehow, some way. Doesn't matter. And you learn that through experience, but that don't mean you get down on yourself. That means that doesn't mean that you're not good. It means somebody's better than you. I mean, they work their ass off a little bit more. So now you got to go ahead and keep doing the same thing. So for me, I'm very humble, very grateful to be able to play this game of basketball. And my past experiences have taught me that and showed me that. So when I talk to kids now through public speaking or anything, be confident in who you are. I mean, you can always be respectful. You don't have to always be this image of something that you're truly not. Like for me, I'm the nicest person in the world. Like I would give anybody anything.
Yeah.
I would give homeless people $50, sit down, have conversations with them. That's just me. I'm just an outgoing, easy person. But you wouldn't know that I train kids for free, or you wouldn't know that I would give you my last if you don't know me. Like you see the 6'4" guy, like 6'4" black guy at that, right? Look athletic, look like he does something, and the first thing you say is, you play basketball? No, I'm a mentor for athletes now. I train people how to be, a little bit here and there. But for me, I'm very humbled, very grateful to be able to play this game of basketball. So when I got Corpus Christi and I'm getting all these different experiences, I'm like, yo, I don't know what school I'm going to go to now. Because I'm looking at Nebraska, Texas Tech.
Yeah.
I reached back out to a few schools in Detroit, Oakland University, University of Detroit Mercer. Corpus Christi was obviously a big one. TCU was a big one. UNT was a big one for me. And a few more schools, man. I had all the letters. Lost them all.
What was important to you? So these are all D1 schools. Mm-hmm. Corpus Christi is D1.
Mm-hmm.
Are you looking at style of play? Are you looking at, am I going to get coached well? Like what were your priorities when you were trying to figure out where you wanted to go?
I didn't know. I wasn't even thinking about that because I was the only person that was pretty much like helping me out on my own, like on my path.
Yeah.
I didn't have my mom around, my dad around to help me make decisions, my older brothers, drug dealers and stuff like that. So nobody really helped me. My grandma didn't know anything about it. So I'm like, what do I do? So I went with the best school that my coaches could help me pick.
Yeah.
And then by that time I focused on academics as well too. So because my academics was extremely low. It was like bad credit. So when I get Corpus Christi, I wanted to make sure my grades and everything was right. So I just had to focus on that. But when I took Corpus Christi, it was for academics.
Cool.
I realized that they had 7 seniors, but I didn't know like seniors were like priority coming out of junior college. And then he had 7 freshmen coming in. So I'm like, oh, okay, I can fit in right in the middle. But I thought I was going to go in and be starting and come off the bench or something like that. But I didn't put the 2 and 2 together. Like seniors are priority because they're trying to get a job somewhere else. And I would have came in as a junior. And even though on my tryout and everything, I destroyed all of them and everybody. Like the assistant coaches was raving to the head coach, like, this guy's amazing, blah, 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 blah. And I'm just playing basketball. But I think I made that decision off academics alone.
Got it.
I'm very, very happy that I made that decision, because like I said, it humbled me and it kept me in the right space mentally. So
good for you. So let's fast forward. I'm interested in, what an amazing experience as a player you've had. So now as a coach, talk about Coach Will. What's your coaching style like?
Oh man, my coaching style is I'm high energy. I had a few texts. I always get texts.
Okay.
But that's because like refs, man, it's just, refs don't call a certain foul. Hit my girls in the head, I'm on you. You bump, you can push, but
Keep them safe. Got to keep them safe.
that's my job, to keep my players safe. None of my girls are basketball players. They're student athletes. Like, I'm trying to teach them a game of basketball and try to correlate it to real life. So me in practice, all hard work. Like, we got music on, we're high energy, all hard work. We're going over our sets, we're going over our plays. Game time, I like to sit down and chill, but if I stand up, it's a problem because you showed me what you can do in practice, and now you're out here half-assing it, now we're losing, and I hate to lose.
Yeah.
So my girls know. Like, when they see me, they know I have two different expressions. It's either, what's up, y'all, or it's, when they see this, they be like, oh man, we're in trouble. What did we do last game? Let's go watch it on film and see what you did last game. I call them out too. I don't let my players get by with anything. I call them out. Why weren't you here on help side on this play right here? Oh, because such and such was. I say, excuse. What's the rule if somebody's in your spot? You bump their ass over, you go fill in their spot. There is no, I don't let them try to sugarcoat or talk it up. No, we don't do that.
We playing man-to-man, we go in zone.
We 2-3 bump.
Whew. Ooh. Little matchups.
Yeah. 2-3 bump, 2-3 stick, 2-3 slide. You hit 2-3 slide, you're in trouble. It's like a box one.
We picking up full or are we going half?
Depends on which player it is I got up top. I got a player so fast, man. If she get crossed, she's going to beat you back to half court. So I let her get crossed over because she's that good with a back tip. And usually when girls get past you, they all celebrating and they're not thinking about the recovery.
Yeah.
So if you cross this player over, she's going to let you get past. And within a blink of an eye, you're getting back tip or she's right back in front of you. That's how fast this kid is. And then if you get past her and I tell her to stay back, if I tell it's a play call, I might say, C, stay. So Coco, stay. If you get past her, she's going to stay right there because you got to go deal with the other two dogs that's right up front. And when you get past her, they're going to trap you and then you're going to turn it over. Now Coco's back for her easy little layup. So we play chess sometimes. Right, I see it on the floor. I might run a 1-2-2 for my press, but other than that, it might be a 1-2-1-1, or I might go man-to-man full court. So they love it. I make them compete once I show them what it's like. But me, I just like to chill. I like to be excited for them on the court.
Yeah.
This year we beat Hillsburg for the first time, and my best player, my basketball player, was like, "We've never scored more than 20 points against Hillsburg. This year, let's do it." I was like, "Yeah, let's do that." Because I don't play to win games. I just want to make sure my players are good. Like, competing at the best level. So game's over. We beat Hillsburg. The player who told the girls we need to score more than 20, she had 21.
Nice.
So we beat Hillsburg. She was pumped too. Team was pumped. I'm celebrating on the side. We fucking beat Hillsburg. Right. So yeah, man.
What's favorite drills?
My favorite drill?
Yeah.
So my favorite drill is I started with at the beginning of the season is you got to make 20 layups in a row.
As a team?
As a team, full court. So down, back. 2 years ago, it took us 2 months to get it. 2 months. 2 months.
Perfection drill,
Every day we start with that. Every day we start with the 20.
That's perfection. Calipari does that.
Yeah. Make the rebound, you make it, you get it, take it out, outlet pass, we need 20 in a row. All we need 20 in a row. One person missed, we start over.
Okay. That's pressure.
19, they be down there like that. Oh no, it's off. Like, no. But we keep it going. Grab water, we're gonna keep it going. So that's probably like one of my favorite drills.
Now, what if they slow down? What if they're not doing game speed on a layup, dude? Are you like, sorry?
It all depends. If it's like our 5th time through it, then it's like, you're like, nah, like, y'all just go ahead and just make it. We gotta move on.
Yeah, let's move on. We got to get some stuff done.
Yeah.
I got you. How about like shell drill? About defense?
Yeah, I do shell drill. I also do a 2-ball drill that I do. Is like I call it 2-ball chase. So I have my players start with alternating dribbles on the baseline, and when I say go, they're charging the player that's in front of them, like on defense. But the rule is, if you're dribbling your 2 balls and you catch the person in front of you, that person has 20 sit-ups. So the objective is that you're dribbling these 2 balls. This player in front of you is going left, right. They can hold 2 hands up to make you stop. And then they could come at you, and now you got to retreat, dribble with 2 balls. Okay. Once they stop and take off, now you're still dribbling with the 2 balls, and now you're going. One is hand-eye coordination, and there's also that space that you need with the feet. And now when you're dribbling the ball, you got your nice wide base. But the 2-ball chase drill is exhausting, is cardio. Yeah. It also makes you stop, start. It also makes you learn how to retreat with the basketballs, and it keep the handle going, and it keep the handle tight. So imagine zigzagging all around the court, like depending on how long the defender want you to be there. Yeah. If y'all hate each other, you're going to be out there for like 5 minutes running around like,
I'm tired just listening to this.
Exhausted. Get to the opposite baseline and y'all switching, y'all coming back. That's my 2-ball chase.
Both players have 2 balls?
Nope, just one. Just the one. So you got that two alternating. When you say go, players are front and back pedaling, but it's like fast. You got to move fast because if you get caught, You're done.
So this isn't a video podcast, but Will's on a chair that's got wheels, and he's covering a lot of ground in this
Yeah,
room.
like-
He's
About
about
30
10 feet.
feet. You know, we just around here. I'm in the inside, jumping on tables. Y'all didn't see that.
And I'm looking at your hands too, man. You've got some claws there. This is like
Yeah.
Kawhi Leonard in here, man. I wouldn't want to try and rip the ball away from you. That's no chance.
Yeah. Nah.
I love it. Well, we love talking hoop, and we love talking
Yeah.
drills and it's amazing. So Duffy and I are both high school coaches.
Okay.
I coach girls, Duffy coaches boys. I've picked up so many good drills just from this podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta give you my business card. I'll definitely come down and help you guys out, show you guys a few drills.
That would be amazing.
Got
That'd be fantastic.
We love
The
it.
9/11 drill that all my players love. They hate it actually. So the 11 spots that I do for form shooting,
Yeah.
I make my players shoot one spot from each 11 spot, and they got to make 9 out of 11 because it switches up the different spots on the court for you.
Okay.
The objective is to get 9 out of 11, but I use it as a warm up. I use it as an in-game drill as well too, by doubling the numbers up to 18 to 22 or 27 33. So now we get 3 shots from each spot. You can have them go 3 in a row, or you can have them go all the way around back and forth. But now you're trying to get 27 out of 33 shots, and it's just like, damn, I only made 20 out of 33 shots. I only made 20
Right.
out of 33 shots. So if you get those 33 shots in the game, you made 20, you're gonna be upset. Or if you get those 9 out of 11, you're going to be upset. Or you get 7 out of 11 in the game, you're going to be upset. No, you're not going to be upset because you made 7 out of 11 shots, and it's switching up every time.
Yeah.
So you use it as a warm-up, in-game drill, or a cool-down drill.
It's great.
Well, my cool-down drill, I have my college players make them, but they can't touch rim if they go in. So that's a part of the form shooting and just like perfecting the shot after we just exhausted ourselves like an hour and a half, 2 hours in the gym.
Right when you're tired.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. Awesome. So let's talk about more recent challenges you've had. You're such an energetic, positive guy. So now you're dealt this crappy hand of you got to deal with this little thing we call cancer.
Yeah.
Discuss your battle with cancer.
So cancer, I knew I kind of had a feeling there earlier last year that I had cancer before I went headed over to Fiji and Nauru with the Globetrotters, but it was just like one of those things where I was like, no, it's not cancer. Because I always had like this little knot in the back of my throat. And I'm just like, what is this from? Maybe it's a damaged tonsil. Maybe it's blah, blah, blah. So I go through my summer, man, had a very stressful summer, was homeless, pretty much left the house with the wife. We were having our battles and our issues, and I was hotel hopping the whole summer, last summer. After my trainings, we'd go to the hotel room, and then, okay, boom, let's go ahead and plan out the next path.
Yeah.
Me, when I go through adversity, I don't look at it. I don't try to get too down on myself. I just look at it as like God is setting me up for something crazy successful. Every time I went to any type of adversity in life, I look at the positives immediately of why this is happening. I don't get into the moment of what am I going to do now? Like, how am I going to be able to afford this or afford that?
Yeah.
Because even while I was still homeless, I still had to pay rent. Her house, I had to pay all the bills and everything. So I'm not going to sit up here and complain about my situation. We're just not getting along. And with my mindset, I need space so I can go ahead and get myself back oriented. So whole summer, I just left the house, man, and I hotel hopping. So I find my niche. And it was a lot of stress for me. As much as I stayed positive, it still was just a lot of physical stress on my body. So I said, you know what? I got to go in. I got to get checked out. First time I went in, they told me, oh, it was nothing. It was probably go away. And I said, all right, cool. So I left and I came back. This is a doctor here at Kaiser. I left and I came back and I said, okay, this ain't going away. They was like, oh, it looked like tonsillitis. So they gave me antibiotics. Didn't go away. It actually got bigger. Third time I had a video appointment. They said, oh, it could be something else. Here's some more antibiotics. Took those, didn't go away. Actually got bigger. Fourth time I walked into the doctor, it was like, I need an MRI stat. Like, I need y'all to help me out with this because right now y'all are keep giving me the dang on runaround. Just turned 40 years old 8 days ago. And now you're telling me that it's something else. So I got my doctor's appointment and got my MRI. I walked into the doctor's office and as soon as I opened my mouth, the lady was like, oh, okay, let me go call somebody about this because I knew what it was. Like don't sugarcoat it for me. Just tell me what it is so we can handle it and deal with it and then we're just gonna move forward. Yeah. Right. So she told me it could be cancer. I was like, I know. Just let me get to the MRI guy and he took some samples. It was like, this is cancer. I'm like, well, what's next? Like, we go ahead and get this oncology plan or whatever it is, the next steps. Went down to Oakland. They gave me my plan. What's next after that? Okay, cool. Let's just keep it going. Right. So I'm not going to sit up here and be down on myself and things like that. I told all my people who really mattered and the journey started, man. And that was probably like the worst thing I've ever experienced in my life.
Sure.
I'm getting emotional sitting up here thinking about it because I didn't think that I was going to be able to be homeless, about to get ready to go through a divorce, leave the house after I had to move back in. because my doctor wanted me around family or friends in case anything happened. So when I moved back into the house, I was just like, okay, I'm back here. And then it probably lasted like a month. And then we had a big, crazy argument, big, crazy fight. And then I just left. I owned an apartment downtown Petaluma. And I think God was like, let's do it. So when I got cancer, I also cleared my mindset. I cleared my mentality, my emotions, and everything, right? Like, because you got to get rid of cancer. So whatever attached to you that's going to be draining of your body and your energy, you got to get rid of that as well too. I had a clean slate, and
Did you stay positive? I mean, because I've heard a number of people who have survived cancer that said you have to be optimistic. You got to stay positive.
Every day was a party for me. Every day, I didn't care what I was going through, no matter how I felt. It took me 30 minutes to brush my teeth.
You're probably not eating or drinking very well. You're probably not speaking normally. Like, everything is such a challenge.
Everything was like, I was talking as if I had locked jaw, and it was just like, I couldn't suck out of a straw. I couldn't blow bubbles. I couldn't blow my nose. I couldn't spit up. If I did, it was super painful.
Wow.
Swallowing anything remotely spicy, even till this day, is like a challenge for me to eat. Only thing I would really eat or drink was like water, protein shakes all day. Water and protein shakes.
Wow.
I would drink like bone broth, some type of soup, but it had any type of sauce or like spices in it. Done. So bone broth was my thing. Protein shakes and water. And it got to the point until a time where I couldn't even drink the broth. So it was just protein shakes and water. So I started my journey at 238. I got down to 185.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And then with all the
what are you
radiation,
now?
I'm 210 right now.
Okay.
Yep. And with all the radiation is the worst. It started like everything started to change, facial structure and everything. I'm still dealing with that as well too. But the journey of fighting cancer, trying to stay positive, living on your own, going through a divorce, getting a partnership with the American Cancer Society, finishing courses, it's just like up and down, but you got to find something that's going to take your mind off of the actual situation. On top of the freaking 30 medications that I'm taking for blood clots and blood pressure, anticoagulants, chemo medicine, radiation meds, and like all these other things. Like, so it was a struggle, man, every day. It was some days I just wake up and be like, yo, like, just like, I'm ready to go. Like, I'm just take me, man, because it's so painful. It's unreal. I don't wish it on my worst enemy. I didn't think I could make it through my last 2 weeks of radiation, actually. I went into my doctor's office like, man, I can't do this. Like, this hurts. Like, it's painful. And I'm trying. And my mentality was super tough. I'm a super tough mentality, like mentally. When I say I can't do it, and then he's telling you, like, you can do it. Like, you lasted this fucking long. Like, Will, you can do it. You got 10 more sessions. I know we in here every day, Monday through Thursday for 7 weeks. Monday through Friday, for every week, every day for 7 weeks. You got chemo once a week for 5 hours. You'll be all right. You got 10 more days, man. You got 10 more days. You can do it.
Well, you look amazing.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, you would never know.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
I mean, I'm so sorry you had to go through that, but thank God you have your attitude and energy, and
it builds character for sure.
You know,
it builds character.
So now, having gone through that, how does that inform your perspective in coaching and dealing with young people? And like that, I would assume that it puts everything in perspective.
It does.
Right?
And I try to put that into perspective for the kids as well too, because I do public speaking as well. Like I said, I'm a mentor for a lot of athletes in Petaluma.
Yeah.
Even just actually around the country, because I talk to a lot of kids back in Delaware still, Seattle. One of my boys, his son's about to come down and play at USF. So I'm probably going to be helping him out with a few things. But man, like you said, it's perspective. It's about knowing that whatever you're going through, you're going to get 3 different outlets of it. You're either going to go negative, you're either going to just try to fight through it, or you're going to find that positive in it, you're going to keep it going.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But if you going through something, now I don't think that is not another way out of it, right? You can either go through it, right? Which is the best thing to do, I feel like. Just go through it, go through all the emotions, fill it out, and learn from it. Right, you can stay positive and still learn in everything, or you can be negative. Shut yourself down. Go ahead and be depressed. Go ahead and be sad. Go ahead and be upset, and let everybody else get that energy and let everybody else feel that. But how you are, that's what people are going to feel. And when I was battling the cancer, I wanted to make sure I showed up as much as I could. I was at practice almost every day. I tried to show up at every game, looking sick, looking feeble.
Yep.
I would walk in the gym, people be like, "Damn, coach, but you still here,
right?
You showing up for these girls." Like, and hopefully they appreciate that. If they don't, we do. Because you're still making it, like, you're still making a presence here, like like you're out here. And I'm showing up with high energy, like, come on, let's do it. Like, this ain't gonna defeat me. I mean, this is just a phase in life. And I hope that when they saw that, they were just like, man, if he can do it, I know I can do it. Right. But it's also a long journey. It's also a long mental path, man.
Yeah.
So what I talk to the kids now about is just get uncomfortable. That's one of my brands is get uncomfortable. That's it. DATS, determination, accountability, action, mental toughness, speak up, stand up for yourself and for others. That's it. You got to get uncomfortable with life.
That's great, man. That's great. Well, good for you. Okay, before we end, we always end with crunch time, where we ask you some rapid fire stupid questions.
Let's do it. Yeah.
But before we get to crunch time, I want you to have the chance to plug whatever you want to do. Like, do you have a training business, or how can people find you?
Yeah.
Anything else you want people to know?
Yeah. If you guys want to find me, it's willbullard.com, or Instagram is bullbody84, or bambamtraining.com.
Bam Bam Training. All right.
Yeah,
We're gonna put it in the show notes.
Yeah, we'll put it in the show notes.
Okay.
And you train up in Petaluma, right?
I train in Petaluma. I also train mobile.
Okay.
So I do all sports player development, focusing on plyometrics, vertical training. I have 3 Vertimaxes. That's what we use for our trainings. But all sports player development, focusing on speed, agility, quickness, plyometrics, strength, mobility programs, recovery. I have a lot of different modalities that I use, like Tidal Tanks, Vertimax, OVRs. So it's pretty much state of the art. Everything, you get a baseline assessment, and then we just go from there. I build you a 4 to 6 week program, and we see the results within 4 to 6 weeks. And if we don't, we regress.
Great.
You travel with the Vertimax?
Yeah. Yeah. It's also about accountability as well, too, because after I build your program for you, I'll put you on my app, and then you get your workout program for your stretching and your mobility, or if you need resistance, or I got to change some type of muscle imbalance on you.
Will, are most of your clients high schoolers?
Or high school, college, middle school.
Okay.
I have 3 pros that I train.
Okay, so you can't help.
Any 50-year-old.
I was just gonna say, you can't help a 50-year-old guy with no athletic ability. Can you help my vert?
8 to 80. That's what we say.
Okay.
We say 8 to 80. We can help.
I'm closer to 80 than I am to 8.
I've been a personal trainer for almost 15 years as well too. So that was one of my gigs that I pulled up on as a Globetrotter.
Yeah.
It's like when I'm done with this, I want to be able to do something else that I love, and I love the physical anatomy. And my thing is like that's when I became that nerd. My junior year, when I deep dove into those books, it was like, man, learning is fun. It's kind of, I've been learning since high school, learning the game of basketball. And then when I get to school, I really take it serious. So I've been a personal trainer certified through NASM for almost 10, 15 years. And then a corrective exercise specialist, performance enhancement coach as well. Vertimax certified. I got a few more certifications as well too.
Great.
But it's just about me. I just like to learn. Like, you got to want to do it. If it's something that you're doing, man, and just do it, but learn about it a little bit.
Absolutely. Awesome. All right. Well, we'll put all that in the show notes. Thank you for that.
I got business cards too.
You got business cards? Good.
Yeah. So that way.
Okay. Let's hit crunch time, Will. This is the most important part of the interview.
Gotcha.
Okay. Send us his card. Beautiful. Favorite gym you've played in the world?
St. Cecilia, Detroit, Michigan.
Bringing it back home.
Got to. St.
Okay.
Cecilia.
Describe the gym.
Man, can't describe the Saint. It's an aura. The Saint Cecilia is everybody's favorite place to play basketball at in Detroit.
Pickup runs?
Pickup, college ball, leagues, everything. St. Cecilia is like the mecca. It's like
It's like Rucker Park
in New York.
Yeah.
You go to the Detroit, you got to play in the Saint. Everybody loves it. Jalen Rose, everybody. Fab Five, you're from Detroit, you've played in the Saint.
Okay. Love it. All right. Your passport, you said 72, 73. Favorite country or countries you visited?
I'm going to give you my top 5. I got to go Nauru, number 1. Australia is number 2. North Korea is number 3. Canada is number 4. Monaco, number 5.
Love it. Canada. Where in Canada did you like? Did you go to Toronto? Vancouver? Where'd you go?
Vancouver for sure.
Vancouver's awesome.
Toronto is beautiful. Ontario is beautiful.
Yeah.
That's right across the bridge from Detroit.
Of course. Yeah.
So I love Canada. There's
Me too. I've been there a lot. I love it. Okay. You're playing pickup. You got a shot. It's you and four other folks. Who's on your squad?
You're playing against the Generals, and they're really fired up. They want to win this one.
4 other that I played with before?
Mm-hmm.
In the past? Man, I got some dogs. I'm going to probably, I'm putting me at the point, because I play point through.
Okay, 6'4" point guard. We're already in trouble.
Shooting from 3,000 feet in the sky.
Yeah. If the helicopter's involved, we're screwed.
So I'm definitely wanting me at the point that I can orchestrate. I'd rather pass it to my shooters. Man, that's tough, man. For my big, I got to go for my 5. I'm going one of my teammates, Nate Lofton.
Okay.
For my 4, I'm going Dante Hammer Harrison, another one of my teammates. My 4, he played at Hampton. My 5 played at Southeastern Louisiana.
Okay.
My 3, who do I need to do everything? Dang.
Well, what are you doing at the 1? Are you penetrating or are you just distributing? Are you a scoring one?
That depends on what we need, right?
He can get into the paint anytime he wants.
Like right now, so I'm thinking like with my 4 and my 5, I'm already on the wings dishing it inside out.
That's true.
They both can pass. Like they both can pass. They both can.
You need a shooter.
I know. That's what I'm thinking about right now. One of my teammates made 17 fours in a row. Like 3 of them did.
Okay, where's the 4-point shot in the goal?
35 feet away from the basket.
35.
Yeah, I started at 35.
That's light work for Steph, right?
Yeah. Oh, I ain't playing. I never played with Steph. It's a tough decision. I'll put me at the 3.
Okay.
I'll go me at the 3. I'll go at Atkinson at the 2, and I'll go Tay Fisher at the 1. Tay Fisher played at Siena University. He played Vanderbilt back in the day, and he got him to the 2nd round. Atkinson won a D2 Division II championship from Barton College and almost won an ESPY from it. I don't think you guys, probably a few years ago, maybe 2007, Anthony Atkinson played for Barton, scored like the last 6 points in like 10 seconds or something like that. Got a layup to win a game.
Reggie Miller, yeah.
Like layup to win a game. Unreal. So that'd be my squad right there.
All right. Toughest or best player you ever played against?
Jamal Crawford.
I mean, just a total legend. Seattle, that Seattle Summer League is incredible.
And I think, man, that if I had this on like film or like we had the freaking scorebook and I would have took a picture.
Yeah.
We played a game at, where were we? We were in Seattle. We played at like an LA Fitness.
Okay.
It's LA Fitness run. It was me on one team with 4 guys and him on the other team with his nephew and like 3 other guys. Book said he had 85. I had 82. He hit a game-winning 3 from half court. I remember the shot, half court, with everybody in his face like this, like, no! So he just shot it, they held him backboard, went straight in. He went up, he ran out of the gym, hopped in his car and just left, man.
Jamal Crawford is one of those guys that's just, every NBA player talks about what an incredible one-on-one player
Unreal, man.
Jay Craw is.
Unreal.
Like, he's just incredible. And also just one of those guys also that everybody likes.
Yeah.
Really likable, good guy, you know.
He's like the god up there, him and Sean Kemp. But I think one of my moments where I knew I was talented was when we were playing before the game. He was like, Will, come guard me so we can get better. I was like, man, I'm grateful, humble for that.
That's high praise.
That's stuff that you don't, you know what I mean? Everybody don't get to hear that from NBA players. Like, Will, come guard me so we both can get better. Right?
That's awesome.
He come down, I'm guarding him. He's doing his thing, skipping, laughing, shooting, boom, bucket. I come back down. Good move. So,
Beautiful.
Yeah. One of the best players that I think I've trained was Malia Samuels, who plays at USC right now behind Juju Watkins. So trained her for speed, agility, quickness. Her mom sent me a message saying that I appreciate you helping her out with her ankles and getting her vertical up. She sent me a picture of Malia just jumping high. This is when she was still in high school at Garfield.
Yeah.
Like doing her thing. So
that's in Seattle, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, maybe she'll get, unfortunately, Juju got to recover. Maybe she'll get some more minutes this year.
Yeah, I'm happy she's just playing ball, loving doing what she do.
Yeah.
You know? Like, if they play, cool. But if not, even better sometimes. Maybe you need to sit down and watch the game. So when your time comes in, now you're knowing what you're capable of doing, So tell my kid, y'all sitting on the bench, same energy as if you was on the floor.
I think that's such a good message for the kids who are listening. We have a lot of players who listen to this, high schoolers who listen to us. I love your message about when you were just learning from the players around you.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily always need to have a coach telling you something. Sometimes you can just watch the game.
Yeah.
Watch people that you admire pick up what they're doing.
Yeah. And it's not like a thing where it's just like you should be nervous to do it, or you shouldn't be like you shouldn't be scared to ask your teammates how to play this position.
Totally.
If it's about the game of basketball and it's about nobody's selfish, they should be able to help you out. Because at the end of the day, it's 5 of y'all out there trying to win a game.
Of course.
The best competitors are going to win.
Yep.
It's competition. The best competitors are going to win. And if I can help my teammate be in a position to help us beat this team, I'm not going to sit up here and say, no, I ain't helping you out with nothing because I'm trying to go here and I'm trying to go there. All right, well, cool. You're the teammate for me. So in that case, now in practice, I'm going at you and I'm busting your ass now because now you feel like you're better than everybody else on the team when it's not that. All right, so if you can't help me reach this goal for our coach, which is to win a championship, then why are we on the same team? Everybody don't have that mindset. It's like we're supposed to be 10, 12 guys, girls on this team to fulfill this one thing, which is to win a championship. Listen to our coach. And if you can't help everybody on the same bus, why are y'all here?
Yep.
Right?
Exactly.
That's the type of stuff that I like. I like team bonding, I like team chemistry because I know what it can do for you. You know, a lot of these kids get so caught up into the the made hoops or the big circuits and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like West Coast Elite and all that other
Puma
stuff.
circuit, where my
Like, all
son's
that
on the
shit,
Puma
like,
circuit right
what
now.
is that about?
Right.
Like, and then they think, oh, I need to be ranked. No, you don't. And Damian Lillard, where we go, Weaver State,
Yeah.
one of the best players in the league. So you don't need to be ranked. You don't need to be X, Y, and Z. You just need good teammates around you to help you fulfill your dream. And listen to your coach. That's it. Because
Totally agree.
It's all about. At the end of the day, it's only basketball. It's only basketball. At the end of the day.
Yep.
Some people trying to make a living out of it. Some people play it. Some people don't. Some people live it as a lifestyle. Some people can't. You know.
Yep.
And for me, I just happen to live it as a lifestyle. I'm about what basketball is supposed to be. Like I live, eat, sleep basketball. Right. And when it comes to the training aspect of it, I study movements. I'm studying Anthony Edwards' movements the other night to see how I can make my players faster and better because his start-stop is unreal.
Unbelievable.
And I'm literally studying this man's footwork and seeing all his modalities and things like that so I can make other players better. Like imagine if I can get Anthony Edwards' footwork and his technique down, and now I'm teaching this to the kids. And now you're building a generation of athletic kids like Anthony Edwards who can start, stop, and just, you know, be twitchy, right? Like that's what I do. You know, but it's also like I'm also about team. I can help you get to wherever you need to be, wherever you need to go. But at the end of the day, if you're on my team, this is what it is. Ain't no, I don't like her. Well, you get your ass up out of here then, because we all love her. Like, you got to understand that. Right? You can't be easy on these kids because they know what they're doing. A lot of these kids, like the hot AAU circus, go from this team to that team to that team. No, if you're here, you're going to sign a contract with me. You're going to be here for a whole year. You're going to go through the ups and the downs, the highs and the lows, but you're going to learn what team is. You're going to learn what commitment is. You're going to learn what self-confidence is. You're going to learn like what a basketball player is supposed to be. You know, but a lot of parents are going to take their kids to here, there to make them try to feel comfortable and safe and things like that. You're not doing it for hurting that kid because you're trying to put that kid in a situation where the only thing they're going to do is win in life. Right? Like, it's not going to work like that. I got a few kids like that who want to trade teams to go to this team to that team instead of sticking at one house, going through everything, building with this program. Unless the program is just a shit program, then yeah, go ahead and switch teams. But if it's not, stay there. Learn the game of basketball. Learn what adversity is. Go through it. Feel it. Have the emotions. Be upset going home sometimes. Right? Learn how to reconstruct. Learn how to reshape the mindset.
Could not agree more, man.
Yeah.
And I mean, the whole complexion of sports is changing a lot. We've talked about it a lot. I think it's such a good message that sometimes it's good to go through hard things.
Yeah. There's no real commitment, man. There's no real commitment.
Yeah. Amazing. Well, Will, can't thank you enough for sharing your story with us. This has been amazing. Everybody, we'll throw in the show notes the ways you can reach Will on social media or on the web. Good luck with recovery. You look great. Keep on that track. Good luck with St. Vincent de Paul next year.
Appreciate it.
And
Napa Valley Community
Community College, also a coach there.
Yeah.
And yeah, man.
Bam Bam, baby. Bam Bam.
Bam Bam.
Black and lime green riding around here is Bam Bam. It's me.
Yeah.
Blow your horn.
There we go. And now we're gonna get
scheme.
And then Will's gonna. Well, I know Will's gonna sport his Run TMC shirt from now on.
Yeah. I'll get you guys a trick shot in that t-shirt.
Yeah, there we go. Awesome. Thanks, bud. Really appreciate the time.
Yeah,
Got you, great. Thanks.
Appreciate it. Thanks,
Thank
bro.
you.
Yeah.
Burke's on his feet. He looks up and gives me a grin and says,
Hey, dude, you too must be from Marin.